You got people nowadays talking about some Broly boost, when in reality, all you needed was that Buddha boost. Take it from Igarashi, this man subbed onto the field and made Itoshi falter within seconds. What's going on everyone, my name is Animasu, and in today's video, we'll be looking at Blue Lock chapter 278, titled Circle, Square, Triangle. Before we get into this week's amazing chapter though, I quickly want to announce and talk about my Halloween event Blue Lock, so if you hate me and want to skip ahead, go to this timestamp I guess, I get it. For those of you goats though who want to stick around and hear about Blue Lock 2024, listen up. It's officially spooky season and I'm hosting a month-long event filled with horror, art, and fun. Introducing Blue Lock 2024, where Blue Lock meets Halloween. First up, I'll be hosting a spooky art competition for Halloween-themed Blue Lock pieces. Whether you're an artist, a fan of colorings, or just someone who loves getting creative, this is your time to shine. You can submit drawings, colorings, edits, any creative medium is welcome as long as it's Blue Lock themed and has a spooky or Halloween twist. To enter, post your art using the hashtag BlueLock2024 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or even in my Discord server. I'll be sharing submissions all month long, and of course, revealing the winner on Halloween night, who will receive a prize. That's not all, as I'll also be streaming horror games throughout October. Also for you movie buffs, I'm currently scheduling horror movie viewings for my Discord members, so grab your popcorn, join the Discord, and give me some suggestions. Now, with Halloween hype all out of the way, let's jump right into Blue Lock chapter 278 and break down why exactly Igarashi is Liko. Today's chapter starts off with roars from the crowd as the announcers scream out in excitement as well. I don't believe it. Just moments after being swapped in, Igarashi has drawn out a foul from the feral Itoshi. Isagi and even his OG fan have looks of amazement on their faces, now knowing what a true egoist looks like. Itoshi, however, looks extremely pissed while gritting his teeth. However, the angrier he gets, the stronger Buddha becomes. Speaking of which, our boy Igarashi then screams to the heavens while rising from his knees, as he barely just prevented Itoshi from closing out the game. Kagamaru and Ryusei sprint to him in tandem and celebrate with their homie, hugging him and complimenting how goated he is. You can clearly tell this touches Igarashi's soul, because for once in the Blue Lock program, he can help his team and not just depend on them. Donning a wide smirk, Igarashi goes on to explain how this plan came to be, actually coming from Noah himself. As they subbed into this game, Noah pointed out how Itoshi was relying on his senses now, charging in with minimal thought. If Igarashi can take advantage of this and use his technique during a reckless charge, then he can surely draw a foul, which we now know succeeded with flying colors. The biggest sense of joy in Igarashi comes from Noah's support, as he seemed to be watching him train the whole time and now will utilize his talents. This makes sense because around chapter 208 I think, we saw Igarashi training this technique alongside Noah watching in the doorway. Maybe Kaneshiro planned all along for this, Igarashi being the dam to stop the raging waves of Itoshi. No matter the case, our goat deserves it as he screams out to his family and people back at the temple. He wants them to know he can become more than just a monk because with this play, his life just got a Buddha boost. I really hope this man gets a decent offer even if he can't make the top 23, because apart from being comedic relief, he's a really nice and down-to-earth character and just great friend to everyone. Noah respects this and tells him to keep working hard, but more than anything, keep his guard up. PXG's offense will soon come flooding back at full force, so the job of Igarashi is to drive them absolutely crazy and draw even more fouls. Posting up with Bastion Munich's defensive line, Noah urges them to face their ruthless attacks with cold, coordinated intelligence. Even a monk like Igarashi can make a mark under the right circumstances. Ryusei and him of course get fired up, as Kagamaru prepares to go back in the net and hopefully save a shot. The perspective then switches over to Isagi yoichi, who's sweating bullets after witnessing the baller known as Igarashi. The biggest takeaway from this is now that his technique succeeded, Itoshi can be stopped. This brings relief and satisfaction to our protagonist, as he wants more than anything to devour this rival. The field also will now shift and change in response to Igarashi, so Isagi must adapt fastest and take charge. Switching back over to the PXG side of things, Julian Loki seems to be taunting Green, asking if his rampage is coming to a close. Now is not the time, however, because Itoshi gives him the most devious side-eye while telling him to shut the fuck up. As we watch Igarashi kick off the ball for Bastion Munich, Itoshi swears to curse our beloved monk to death next time. With the focus now on Bastion Munich, we see Noah leaping into action while trapping the ball. Urging his team to come along and follow his lead, the only person to actually respond verbally is Kaiser, who calls him a shitty master. With the two teams charging at one another and the match restarting, we can see Shidou and Charles leading the run for PXG. Noah and Kaiser are on BM running side by side, meanwhile Isagi is dragging just feet behind. Shidou and Charles both tweak in excitement to face Noah, the world's number one, as they plan to pincer him as a dynamic duo. Shidou's the first to make contact, leaping forward and grabbing Noah's shoulder as Charles stealthily leaps in from the left trying to snipe the ball. Looking calm, however, Noah simply tells Michael Kaiser to go forth, as he will handle these troublemakers himself. Placing his hand on both Shidou and Charles' chest, he easily holds them back while even sending a nutmeg pass between poor Charles' legs. This goes on to become a 1-2 play with Michael Kaiser, who passes the ball back to Noah with Nanase at his front. Isagi Yoichi is obviously watching and glazing the entire time, because with just 2 passes, Noah managed to work with Kaiser and pass 3 whole defenders. With the two continuing the charge up the field, Isagi actually turns on the burners, bypassing Kaiser in hopes of coordinating alongside him and Noah. With a blank expression, however, showing no care. Noah and Kaiser once again link up with a nasty cross to bypass the defense. Kurisu is left stepping in helplessly as Zantetsu arrives to block Isagi Yoichi's charge. Realizing the harsh reality, Isagi says that Noah used him as bait, to then give Kaiser a more open field. Turning his head, Noah admits the real reason he joined the new Egoist League actually has nothing to do with Bastion Munich as a team. His true intentions were to awaken Michael Kaiser's ego, which causes shocked expressions from both Isagi and Michael himself. Continuing on, Noah admits that he craves more than anything is a rival who can truly pose a threat to him, and actually challenge the world's #1 spot. As Kaiser passes the ball back, leaving a defender siding helplessly, Noah says that someone like this can push him even further, producing an entirely new and evolved version of himself. Then taking up an entire page, Noah admits that even now as the world's #1 striker, he still wants more. He still wants to become stronger. The chapter's title is then explained to us in the form of his aura, as Noah radiates square, circle, and triangle shapes while trapping the ball. This could possibly represent his logic transcending everything or being bigger than life, but I'm just happy it wasn't another Igarashi chapter with him baiting Shidou or something like that. Kaiser and Isagi are then shown to be unable to move, in complete shock, as Noah still wants to become stronger. His ego transcends anything they've ever seen, even reaching the world's #1 spot, but it's still not good enough. This is what a true egoist looks like. With him then approaching Tokimitsu, who's shaking in fear, Noah just stares him down with what looks to be a new visual prowess of his own. Although kind of looking like normal flow state eyes, it looks more specifically to be gear shapes within his pupils, which fits perfectly with his machine-like playstyle. His time to shine is sadly not today though, because Tokimitsu in one leap forward, grabs this old man's jersey, and WWE slams him into the floor. I mean, this genuinely was all body, no ball, so screw a red card, let's get this man locked up. Even Isagi is left with his jaw hanging open, watching poor Noah just slam face first into the pitch, with a refrigerator then landing on his back. Tokimitsu then stands back up and begins to tweak, because with the announcers pointing out his malicious challenge, he's given a yellow card, which is like the first one since Barou ripped off his shirt in the U20 game, I think. Tokimitsu is on his knees, cursing and pulling out his hair, but Nanase comes in to comfort him, admitting he had no choice. Just like if Igarashi didn't stop Rin, Noah would have scored or obliterated PXG if Tokimitsu didn't stop him. With Isagi then taking our focus, he's turned on SoundCloud and now has some X or Lil Peep sad playlist blaring in his ear, talking about some "way right here, I'll be back in the," you know what I'm talking about. I see. Noah didn't care about me. He was only using me to help Kaiser evolve. The person he looked up to, his #1 idol, has duped him all along, and rather than wanting him to challenge him for the throne, he truly wants it to be Michael Kaiser. I think there's more going on here, and Noah is actually 500 IQ, evolving both Isagi and Kaiser for the future of Bastion Munich, but I'll talk about that in an upcoming theory video. For now, Isagi just continues on to admit even Itoshi used him to grow, as being rivals is nothing more than devouring another to grow yourself. All I am to the world is a second-rate stepping stone, used to help create heroes. With this insane double spread showing Isagi's puzzle pieces flying from the sky like shooting stars, they're actually disintegrating as his entire reality changes. Rather than being the hero himself, he views people like Itoshi and Kaiser as the leading cast and heroes. I guess that means he'll now transform and become the villain, however before he can do anything and evolve, Noah hands off the ball to Michael Kaiser. Thanks to Tokimitsu's assault on Noah, Bastion Munich had been given a 29-meter or 32-yard free kick, obviously being taken by Michael Kaiser. Pushing back his hair while stomping the ball in place, Kaiser says that the Kaiser impact will once again shine, as Noah just stares blankly. Bastion Munich is flipped over on its head, with Isagi Yoichi now being the underdog and Kaiser the favored child. Today's chapter ends off with both determined to achieve their own goals. Michael Kaiser to score his Magnus impact and end this game, and Isagi Yoichi to crush every player on this field, including Noah the traitor. With that sadly being the end of today's chapter, let me know down in the comments what you all think comes next. Who could possibly stop Michael Kaiser's upcoming Magnus impact, assuming he does so, and will Yoichi choose his sadistic nature and switch to Noah and Kaiser's side? Whatever the case may be, if you enjoy Blue Log or just want to support my channel, please click that subscribe button, comment below for the algorithm, and even join my community Discord down in the description. I can't wait to see you all around and talk, and please have an amazing day.